Since the pandemic started almost 2 years ago, individuals, businesses, and organizations have faced the hard decision of adapting to our new reality. Many had to find creative and innovative ways of doing business or supplying services. How quickly and efficiently they adapted to the new normal directly affected their ability to survive and thrive. The church was no different. Faced with lockdowns, curfews, and gathering limits, religious services were drastically affected overnight. In addition, congregants, in a bid to protect themselves, no longer found it safe to be in a physical space for worship. The Petersfield Seventh-day Adventist Church faced the same dilemma, and although services were still held during the first months of the pandemic, there were challenges in maintaining a connection with the church community, as well as reaching out to those most in need of hope. How did they adapt to these changes? How has the journey been? And what are the plans for the future? Join us now as we look back at the events and happenings of this year. This is Rewind 2021. In late 2020, the Petersfield Church made the significant decision to invest in equipment that would not only enable services to be held virtually, but would also allow the church to reach people across the world with the everlasting gospel. Through miraculous workings and persistence, on Sabbath, December 26, 2020, praise and thanksgiving was live streamed via the church's YouTube channel. That day marked the official start of the church's media ministry.
When we proclaim the word of God from this pulpit, as we are doing this morning and today, the entire world can be watching and hearing the good news of salvation.
Of special note, Mr. Melvin Wallace, a long-standing member of the Petersfield Church, was honored and presented with a citation for his dedicated years of service during the program. Just a few weeks later, on Sabbath, January 16, 2021, the church's flagship online worship service, Petersfield Worship Livestream, aired for the first time. Over the following months, viewers from across Jamaica, the Caribbean, the United States and Canada, the United Kingdom, France, Germany, and as far away as the Philippines and Bangladesh were blessed by inspiring music and the many speakers who presented uplifting messages of hope. Worship Livestream continues to be a sought-after online worship experience, and our hope is that it will continue to bless those who worship with us each week. Building bridges of hope and introducing people to Jesus is the driving force behind media ministry. With that in mind, from February 6 to March 20, 2021, we joined the West Jamaica Conference of Seventh-day Adventists and simulcast the Footprints of Hope, Walking with Jesus online evangelistic series with speaker Pastor Glenn O. Samuels, President of West Jamaica. Over 11,000 persons from 8 countries tuned in and watched the series, and we rejoice that locally, several individuals chose to give their lives to Jesus.
Prince of Hope.
The youth are the future of the church, and the future is here and now. On March 21 to 27, the Youth Ministries Department conducted Youth Week of Prayer 2021. Dynamic speaker Elder Elroy Billings from the Pinnock Shaftston Seventh-day Adventist Church spoke each evening with conviction and power, and we know our viewers were spiritually revived and recharged. On Sabbath, March 27th, in culmination of the Week of Prayer, our young people infiltrated the surrounding communities, impacting lives through prayer and wholesome Christian literature. Knowing what you believe in and stand for, and what the community you identify with believes in, is vital to the human experience. In recognition of that, on April 24, 2021, we launched the We Believe Bible Class series with host Pastor Dwayne Thompson. Each week, focus is placed on one of the 28 fundamental beliefs of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. On August 14, 2021, Elder Vinton Vaz Sr., first elder at the Petersfield Church, was selected as the new host for the series, alongside the panel of elders. Elders Charles Harvey and Kirk Malcolm are frequent co-hosts on the program. On Sabbath, May 8, 2021, the church hosted virtual Thanksgiving and fundraising launch, during which emphasis was placed on the church building project, and viewers and attendees were reminded of the importance of the mission. A special short documentary aired during the morning's program featuring two of the longest standing members of the Petersfield Church, Sister Carmen Scott and Brother Melvin Wallace, who spoke of their involvement in the church's journey over the years and their continued commitment to future endeavors. The guest speaker was Pastor Charles T. Brivet, Stewardship Director for the church in Western Jamaica.
There is hope.
COVID-19 has brought with it a wave of mental health challenges never seen before in Earth's history. As income sources dried up, loved ones became seriously ill or lost their lives, and social activities ground to a halt, depression, loneliness, and hopelessness set in. In response to these developments, we partnered with the Bath District of Seventh-day Adventist Churches, and on May 22, the Hope for the Hopeless online evangelistic series commenced with evangelist Pastor Dwayne Thompson. For the next 4 weeks, over 15,000 viewers listened to the power-packed messages presented by the evangelist, and almost 75,000 persons from across the world saw the sermons on YouTube. We rejoice that 7 individuals in the local communities decided to make Jesus their ultimate choice. We will never know the true impact the series had and will continue to have on the lives of those who continue to watch even until today. In July, we again partnered with the West Jamaica Conference for the Nature Speaks, Hope for Tomorrow online evangelistic series with evangelist Pastor Donovan Williams, Executive Secretary for West Jamaica. Almost 100 persons watch the program nightly, and persons are watching even now. Just in the past 72 hours, over 200 persons watched sermons from the series. On Sabbath, July 24, we joined with the East New York Seventh-day Adventist Church, located in the United States, for Community Guest Day, a Sabbath School exchange program. Special thanks to Sister Enid Brown, a member for Diaspora who serves as one of the Sabbath School superintendents at East New York, for her efforts in making the program a reality. Your health is your greatest wealth, and we want to ensure that you have the best information on how to maintain that wealth. So on August 28, 2021, we were blessed to have with us on Worship Livestream Evening Edition, Benjamin Frederick, a certified medical missionary and lifestyle educator from St. Lucia, presenting on the importance of fruits. His presentation was very informative, and it was well received by our viewers. Improving the competency of our media team is vital to the overall quality of the broadcast. In light of this, the communication department hosted a virtual media ministry retreat on Sunday, August 29, 2021, starting at 9 a.m. The presenters included Pastor Damian Chambers, Assistant Professor of the School of Religion and Theology at Northern Caribbean University, Pastor Franz Chambers, Communication Director at the West Jamaica Conference, Pastor Jonathan Myrie, Associate Communication Director at West Jamaica, and Mr. Hernel Latti, Manager for Bless TV based in Portmore, St. Catherine. Attendees were retooled and reminded of the importance of their contributions to the spreading of the gospel via digital means. We are Pathfinders Strong. Sabbath, September 18th marked Global Pathfinder Day, and the members of the Dove Pathfinder Club led out in the celebrations. There were two special presenters for the day. Presenting during Sabbath school, Delise Maitland from the Grange Hill Adventist Church, and guest speaker, Sister Sophia Thompson. As we rolled around to October, preparation was in high gear for a very special event. Revitalize 2021, dubbed the biggest gospel concert of the year, was held on the evening of October 30, and as more and more promotions rolled out, it quickly became apparent that this was going to be something big. The planning and production teams pulled out all the stops necessary to ensure that it would be a blessing to all those who joined. Our illustrious hosts, Nicole Howden and Wayne Wallace, brought the place alive as acts such as the Vaz Quartet, Cadonia Young, Howard Messam, the Lahari Singers, Norman Smith, and more graced the stage. And to close out that unforgettable night, Jehovah Shalom a cappella out of Kampala, Uganda, rocked the stage. All proceeds were in aid of the church building project. Prayer is the most important element of the Christian life. And in light of that, the Seventh-day Adventist Church takes time out each November for 1 week to spend time in special prayer. Week of Prayer 21 was held on November 6th to 13th. Viewers and members alike were spiritually recharged by guest speaker Pastor Courtney Morgan from New York in the United States. As he spoke from Revelation 14 verses 6 to 12, he impressed upon hearts and minds the conviction that the single most important duty of man was to acknowledge God and give him glory. Special prayer sessions, features, and testimonies throughout the week aided in bringing into sharp focus the goodness of God. Once more, we join the West Jamaica Conference of Seventh-day Adventists for another evangelistic thrust. This time for SELP 2021 with evangelist Elder Kingsley Clark and Elder Radcliffe Dockery. This series was streamed on all our platforms on November 14 to 27 and December 4. Over 1,700 persons tuned in for the spirit-filled messages presented. During the past year, we were deeply saddened as we laid to rest a few of our members. We now take a few moments to honor their lives. Their names are Ivy Morris, Cynthia Turner, Hazel Thomas, Tamar Malcolm, Beverly James Nugent, Joy FENNEL, and Jessica CROOKS. Not pictured here, Patricia Hale and Keturah Davis. Looking back at the past year's events, it is quite obvious that God continues to guide the church, and more so the media ministry at the Petersfield Seventh-day Adventist Church. Through his miraculous guidance and providential mercies, much has been accomplished. Over the past year, our social media platforms have grown tremendously, in particular, our YouTube channel. Over 70,000 views have been logged, and just over 500,000 users saw content created by Petersfield on that platform. The subscriber count stood at 911 as at December 23, 2021, 11% more than the current church membership. Most importantly, it is through God's rich blessings that there was a 185% increase in baptisms this year over last year. We want to sincerely thank the leadership of the church for their support and the hard-working members of the programming and production team for their dedication, pulling long hours each week, ensuring that our programming and services are of the highest quality. As we look to the coming new year, we are filled with hope and assurance that God will continue to use the Petersfield Seventh-day Adventist Church to spread the everlasting gospel to millions across the world through digital platforms and other means. We ask that you will continue to partner with us through prayer, your financial support, and by sharing our content. As we continue in praise and thanksgiving, we strive to bring hope for the hopeless, revitalize those who are down, and pray together, because we believe that one day we will join in the greatest homecoming.